Ted, our mommy-to-be is taking her medicine. What's the matter, Gina? Have a hard day spending the Capwell money?
Not now, Eden. I just don't need it.
No, of course you don't need it. You're set for life, aren't you, Gina? Congratulations.
You know, I'm finally getting real tired of your whining.
I know why you're drinking. Because you don't fit in. Because you realize you're never going to be a Capwell.
You want to know something? I'm glad I don't fit into your neat little upper crust mold. Because if I did, that means I'd have to stand here and listen to you.
Eden, come on, don't.
Oh, let her go. I've handled a lot worse.
Oh, I bet you have. What is it exactly, Gina? What are you trying to hide? What are you so desperate about? You're really just some tramp off the streets, bilking my family for everything you can get your hands on, including our bar.
Tell me, Eden, what do you know about tramps on the street? What do you know about real life? Everything you have, you've been given.
I know why you're drinking in the afternoon, Gina. Because that's when the real Gina comes out. Claws, talons, and all. You're really just a thief. A petty, alcoholic thief.
You know, it doesn't make any difference what you think. Because Cece runs this house. And after we're married, I'll help him run this house. And if I want to have a drink in the afternoon, I'll have a drink in the afternoon. And no spoiled little brat is going to tell me different.
Just don't push me, Gina.
Then you stay out of my way, Eden. You want a showdown, Eden? Well, forget it. Because after the wedding, you lose and I win. And if you don't like it, move out. You're a big girl now.
Sorry to tell you this, Gina, but I'm not moving out.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Yeah, we will.
Hey, girls, come on, stop. Eden. Eden, what's going on here?
Gina just has a little problem. I was trying to help her.
I don't need that kind of help, Eden.
All right, that's enough, both of you. I want an explanation.
Gina was having a little bout with the bottle. Was trying to tell her that isn't the way to solve her problems. Wasn't I, Gina?
Gina, drinking? Whatever for?
I think she's feeling a little insecure, Daddy. Maybe she's afraid of losing you.
That's enough, Eden. Yeah. Eden, you shouldn't be drinking. It could harm the baby. The doctor must have told you that.
Baby? Wait, you're pregnant?
I don't believe it.
And we wanted to make the announcement differently, but I'm glad you both know. Yes, Gina and I are expecting a child.
The noose tightens. If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go work in a restaurant.
Eden, you apologize to Gina for that remark.
I will not. Gina's always telling me to mind my own business, Daddy. I think it's high time I started.
Baby? Well, I'm real happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ted. It's something I wanted for a long time.
Well, I'm sure everything will work out for the best.
It sure will, son. That new little baby brother of yours is going to bring some sorely needed joy to this house.
All right, you know I have these problems, and you can't keep making excuses every time I ask you a question. Yeah. Well, what is it exactly that's keeping us from getting the lighting equipment? Well, you told me that 3 days ago. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Look, I mean, you know the story. I have deadlines to meet. Okay. All right, you too. Bye.
Hey. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry. I called the castle. They said you'd be here. I climbed up the side of the building. I wanted to surprise you. I'm sorry.
Come here. I'm gonna push you off.
Oh, no!
Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's like someone shattered a mirror and scattered it all over the bay.
You can even see the point.
Yeah.
There's a big old ocean, isn't it?
Kind of makes you feel small and insignificant, huh?
You insignificant? That'll be the day. You hungry? I'm really hungry. You wanna go get... How come it's so dark in here all the time? Don't you have any lights?
Don't mention it. It's an issue with me.
Sorry. Seriously, why don't we go by La Mesa, pick up some takeout, and go back to the houseboat? We could watch Mr. Smith Goes to Washington. It's on the 9 o'clock repeat of the week.
You mean you would rather trade in this view for a black and white movie?
Well, I mean, it is a masterpiece. And I mean, second, I think you need to kick back and relax a little bit, you know what I mean?
What is this? Be nice to eat me?
Why not? I just declared it. You're special, baby. Yeah, you deserve it.
Yeah, I do deserve it, but,
Don't argue with me.
I'm arguing.
Just say yes.
To what?
Mr. Smith.
If it's important to you.
It's important to me. I pray nothing happens to take you away from me.
1,000 wild horses couldn't pull me away.
How about an executive position at Capwell Enterprises?
And what makes you think of that?
I don't know, I had this dream. It's the weirdest thing. It was like a nightmare. All these beasts, they were like judges. They were trying to break us up. There was like my mom was a judge and your dad, and one of them was like my work.
Everything that could pull us apart?
Yeah, I guess.
Was something happening with your work that could hurt us?
No, what am I talking? I'm not a psychiatrist. Don't mention psychiatrists. Let's just go back to the floating pleasure palace, please.
I don't want that.
What do you want?
You. It's not about being good, it's about being great.
Hey, I know. I didn't mean that.
I want to be great. I don't want to be good.
What are you talking about? You're the best.
No, I'm not. Eden Capwell has to prove herself.
Yeah, you want it all, don't you?
No. I just want to be respected as a businesswoman. Someone with a head on her shoulders.
And a fire in her heart.
No. That is reserved for one special man.
Where can I pick up an application?
You know, when I was growing up, Ted and Mason and Channing, they had all the advantages. They knew everything about Daddy's business. They were groomed.
So?
So I was left out of the mainstream in the family.
Well, I don't need to tell you, girls have always been thought of differently.
Yeah, but we should be treated as equals.
You got no argument from me.
It's just that Daddy always wanted me to be married with kids, and that was his big thing. I mean, when I went to Europe and I came back, I really realized that. All he wants me to do is get married and have 6 kids and do dishes. And that's when I knew that I had to prove something to him.
So that's why you opened up, you're gonna open up the Orient Express?
Yeah. Because if this works, the sky's the limit.
And the sky would be Capwell Enterprises.
I like that.
I don't know. I think your dad might be pretty difficult to convince.
But once this place starts turning profits, he's going to change his mind.
Yeah, but Mr. C, then he'd want you to start walking and talking and thinking like a Capwell executive.
Well, I can handle that.
Yeah, but Capwell executives don't live on houseboats with policemen they're not married to.
Well, when that comes up, I'll deal with it.
It already has come up, remember?
Are you afraid I'm going to have to sacrifice you for the business?
I think it's easy to turn a Capwell into a Castillo, but not to turn a Castillo into a Capwell.
It's nothing to do with your last name.
How many top WASP women executives do you think are living in sin with a Mexican policeman?
I don't know how many.
Well, I don't know either, but I think there are a lot of conflicts between the business and the law in that sense.
And what are you going to do? You going to give me a parking ticket? You going to report me to the SEC? Or are you going to deal with the other issue?
What, you mean the fact that you're going to get bored stiff about me talking about the Santa Barbara Police Department after you come back from some oil cartel conference in Geneva? I don't speak Genevese, Eden. You probably want to get rid of me. Not after the first trip.
No way. I don't want anything to come between us. You are the most important thing in my life.
Yeah. But what if you do become the head of Capital Enterprises? Baby, seriously, what if your dream comes true? You still want to have what we got?
More than ever.
A blackout! Just when I needed one.
What?
You know what a blackout means, don't you?
No.
It means 9 months from now, a lot of babies are gonna get born.
No, you don't.
What is it with this button? I can't get this button. But the...
Hello? Yeah, who's calling? Sure, hold on a minute.
I'm sorry. Headquarters always knows where I am. Castillo.
Cruz, sorry that you wanted to hear the results of the test of Flint's suicide note.
Oh, yeah, what do you have, Jerry? Go ahead.
Well, it looks like we're not going to have to go the whole 9 yards on this thing like I thought.
Yeah, and?
I measured the impression of each character, and I think it's safe to conclude 2 separate people wrote the suicide note.
Can you tell which person wrote which part?
Everything except the last 3 sentences were written by one person.
Listen, Jerry, do you have it there?
The note? Yeah.
Would you mind reading me the part we're talking about?
Yeah, here we go. And there's something else I have to tell you, Kelly. Something I've never told anyone else.